there anything immediate that jumps out to you, like we did with the Cowboys, looking at NFL playoff teams continuing to advance?
Depth. I mean, clearly the depth of both of these teams is far superior. The Mavs can run out there a Finney-Smith or Reggie.
Except those are starters.
Or Brunson. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, beyond Luka. And those guys, those are fine players. They're nice players, but, there's no Kuminga, there's no Wiggins. The upside, how about that? Instead of the depth, the upside. The Warriors have a former number 1 overall pick. They got Kuminga as a high pick. They got, obviously, Steph was a high pick. And then
Moody.
Looney. And then, the Celtics, they roll out a bunch of first-rounders, like, all up and down there. I mean, even Grant Williams, first-rounder, Marcus Smart, and you throw Brown and Tatum in there. Al Horford's been around for a billion years. They've got depth that we just can't keep up with.
Yeah, their number. So Tatum is their Luka. We'll get to that in a second. Jaylen Brown is their Brunson. Jaylen Brown's much better player. I love Jaylen Brown, and I thought he was big for them last night in many different spurts. And then, like, Marcus Smart is their Finney-Smith.
Yeah.
He's their defensive stopper. Last night he was hitting the threes like Dorian does, but Marcus Smart is obviously a much, much better player than Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, I mean, he was the 6th pick in the draft. There's a pedigree there.
Yeah.
Like, Dorian Finney-Smith was not the 6th pick, breaking news, was not the 6th pick in the draft. And that's that. They're just built differently. We were built, and credit,
we don't, go ahead.
Sorry, and credit to the Mavs for finding Finney-Smith.
Sure.
For finding Maxey. Credit to them for finding Brunson. Those are, you cannot win championships. You not only have, but you have to hit on your second round picks to win championships. But the Mavs have completely ignored the first round. And so there's a lack of pedigree and a lack of overall talent. Like, the difference between the first and second round, there's a lot of talent that's in there.
Who is our Robert Williams? Texas A&M, Troy Hughes. What was Robert Williams like at A&M, Troy? Do you have any idea?
Standout player, very powerful, very. Saw that last night.
What did Brad Sham say?
Yeah,
thick thing, something like that.
I'm going to clip that clip, but just
look at that thing.
Very powerful, massive player for A&M, and that's why they went so far in the NCAA tournament when he was there.
Like, he was a force underneath. He blocked one of those shots and got it stuck in the rim. 4 block shots. Who is our Robert Williams? Is Maxey our Robert Williams, or is he our Horford?
Ooh,
obviously, Horford
he's
has
the Horford.
superior offensive game than Maxey.
It's not fair to compare, but since Maxey stretches the floor a little bit better than Robert Williams does, I will say he is.
And we have no Robert Williams at all.
No, he's probably more the Grant Williams, to be honest, than the Robert Williams. Because
Maxey?
Yeah, because Grant will have a 0-point game on you. Horford's not going to do that. Maxey will do that every now and then, right? So there's an inconsistency to both players' games.
And then Derek White?
Derek White is our
Dinwiddie?
Jayson Terry, which we don't have.
Okay. I'm trying to think who Dinwiddie would be, because that's probably our next best player. But look, if you just sit there and look at the top 4, look at the talent disparity.
Oh, there's immense.
We haven't beaten one. Luka, Tatum, and then Jaylen Brown, Brunson, Jaylen. Smart, Finney-Smith, it's not close. And then whoever you want to compare Maxey to, they have the advantage. Let's do it with Al Horford, because he's more of an offensive guy than Grant Williams. And obviously they have the huge advantage there, as Al Horford went crazy in the fourth quarter. So that's a little comparison. It's really the Mavs system and style that has to beat you versus the talent. It's a system.
There's no doubt about it. Unfortunately,
and everyone shoots threes, but we really have no other options.
Right.
It's make or break. Threes are lost.
It's a system and a style. Unfortunately, our system is a lot of times just one guy. Our system's just is Luka on today, or is he not? And that's the problem. You're not going to be. And we saw this last night. Jayson Tatum. Well, what would the Mavs? Would the Mavs have won this game if Luka was 3 of 17 with, a dozen points?
No.
There's no way.
No.
There's no way they would have. And that's that. There you go.
And that was the other tweet that I kept getting. Imagine if Luka had a game like this. And I tweeted back and caught some flack for it. I said, did you see the Mavs final game of the season? Did you see that first half? And people were like, that wasn't 3 of 17. He still ended up with 28, 9, and 6. That's true. Superior stat line to Tatum. Now, Tatum did have 13 assists. The problem with Luka's final game is the accusations of quitting. No one ever said that about Tatum. That's what I think some of the Tolos lost last night in my comparison. Some people were wondering whether he was gassed, throwing temper tantrums, or he just flat out quit. I mean, his effort was getting called out on national TV by Charles Barkley, Stan Van Gundy, and all the Tolos were calling it out as well. Now, look, just for the psycho Mavs homers, and there's about 5 out there, it's not close. Jayson Tatum, I've never thought is in the same discussion as Luka Doncic. Jayson Tatum, props to him for the 13 assists. I still think him as a one-dimensional player. He's a scorer. I have to go and look up his defensive numbers, but it's still not close. Like, no one in their right mind would ever take Jayson Tatum over Luka. But a lot of Tolos were saying, why isn't Jayson Tatum getting destroyed for this game? Well, because he was still giving effort and he just had a bad off night. Yeah. If he shoots like this in game 2, I'm guessing that the media will come for it. And by the way, to be fair, I don't remember Luka getting criticized, and I watched more First Take in the past month than I've done in the past 6 years. And they didn't criticize Luka Doncic. They didn't get on him throughout these playoffs. There was really nothing to get on him about. So Luka didn't get criticized. Luka's been called out for conditioning, legit, and the effort in the first half of the final game against the Warriors. He hasn't been criticized or killed by the pundits.
No, he needed to get called out for his effort. I believe, and he did to a degree. Tatum should not. Tatum tried. Like and he still found ways. And this is, we talked about this earlier.
But is he going to get called out and questioned for being a
choker,
superstar? I mean, choker is a little bit extreme.
Well, here's what he'll say. They'll say that he was
nervous,
scared of the moment. But I think a lot of people give that first finals or that first Super. I think they give you
a break,
a little bit of a break in that first one, that first game, that first series. It's a different animal. So we'll see what they wind up saying about him. But, if you go back, there's been times, Michael Jordan's had games where he was 5 of 25 from the field in the playoffs. He still found a way to score because he went to the line 15 times. And he still found a way to help his team because he was an all-world defensive player. And, Kobe Bryant, when he had off nights, still found ways to help his team in the postseason. And, that's what you have to do. And Tatum did that. He got 13 assists.